Welcome to the Cubbie Corner here on SouthBendCubs.com. I'm South Bend Cubs broadcaster Brendan King. On this week's Cubbie Corner, we go back to the Cubs convention where our very own Chris Hagstrom had a chance to catch up with Chicago Cubs Hall of Famer Ryne Sandberg.
Chris Hagstrom, pretty much basking in the glory that is Ryne Sandberg, the amazing Cubs legend, Hall of Famer. Thanks so much for joining us.
We're buddies.
We are.
We're all right.
You know what? This guy is going to be coming out to South Bend in 2019, right?
Looking forward to that. Hopefully that'll happen. I'd like to come down this year and check the place out. I know that they've done some great things there, and they're playing good baseball there. So,
Would you like to be our manager?
No, thank you. I've done that, been there, done that. I'm now the ambassador, so that works for me.
Does that come with any kind of special swag?
It comes with a lot of free passes, so it was very easy to get into this room tonight, just drop in the ambassador or the Hall of Fame ring. So I was able to get in here. So the ambassador, that title works pretty well.
Is there any truth that you have a gold-plated card that says Hall of Famer on it?
No.
No card, guys. He does not have the card.
I don't drive.
Oh, well, in that case, then.
Yeah. So I know that that's a fact.
Let's talk about the Cubs, though. Obviously, a major part of your life, an ambassador to the program. Just what have the Cubs meant to you from a personal standpoint and a professional standpoint?
For me, it's really a lifetime. I came over to the Cubs when I just turned 21 years old. Started my major league career. Played for 17 years, dreamt of playing in a World Series, dreamt of having a parade, and what the organization has done the last 3 years, and I think will continue to do for a number of years here, is put a championship team out there. That's what I dreamt about. So now to be the ambassador, no joking there, but to get to go to Wrigley Field nearly every home game and watch the team play and be a part of it, this capacity is the next best thing. And so one of the perks that comes with that and a World Series is just having my own World Series ring here, so to go with the Hall of Fame ring. So
look at that. Look at the size comparison.
Well, I had this one first. This one, the Hall of Fame ring, has not changed in about 65 years. So I even met a Hall of Famer last year that was about 95. He had the same ring, and the World Series ring, top of the charts.
That's unbelievable what they've done for that ring. And
yeah.
Talk about your move to the broadcast booth. I mean, obviously, being a manager, being a player, has its own challenges. But now you're moving into the broadcast side of things, and you'll give me a chance to analyze the Cubs of today.
Yeah, you know what? It just kind of developed, and being a manager and go through the minor league ranks, and then becoming a major league manager for the couple of years there in Philadelphia. Really helped me with what I'm doing now as far as just talking the game and knowing what to talk about, what to look for and all that. So I'm enjoying doing some post-game shows on the Score. Enjoy taking phone calls from the fans and see what
do you really?
Say. I really do, because you know what they do? They often ask about the 84 team and the 89 team and this teammate and that teammate, and then we compare it to the game today and the players today on the Cubs, and it's a lot of fun. I rattle it right off the top of my head, going back to even my rookie season, the 82 season. I just saw Bill Buckner over there. He was the first class hitter, quality major league hitter that I was around my rookie season, that I learned a lot. But just being around him and being able to talk to the fans about that season or about what he told me as a young player, I mean, it just comes right off the top of my head, and it's just like it happened yesterday. So not only that, to watch the quality of the Cubs team on a daily basis, being out there it's a lot of fun.
So I know you're a big social media guy. What's your favorite hashtag?
It was Fly the W there for a while. I really admired that one, and not only that, it brought the Cubs a World Series championship. So that's one of them. But I do a lot of hashtag, and then I just do a blue 2-3 after it. So I also do the hashtag Rhino, the animal.
So now if you know it's a real Ryne Sandberg tweet, you're looking for the 23.
The 23 is big. Also, the blue check mark by the Ryne Sandberg Instagram, that goes a long way of being official.
Do you want to go ahead and plug all your social media accounts while we're at it to all these great fans?
Yeah. No, I enjoy that. I enjoy sharing with the fans what I'm doing, and I'm always on the alert to take a nice photograph. So I think I'll get a good one tonight, possibly from on stage from the introductions of the Cubs convention.
We'll make sure these fans are looking forward to it.
Right.
The Hall of Famer Ryne Sandberg, possible Four Winds Field special guest coming up this year, next year.
Nice.
Who knows?
Looking forward to that.
Stay tuned.
All right.
We now welcome in the real star of the interview. That's Chris Hagstrom. Chris, you had a chance to do a lot of fun stuff at the Cubs convention this year, from interviewing Ian Happ, Ryne Sandberg. Just talk about what it was like to be there and just the stars that you saw.
Well, being a Cubs fan my whole life, it was really just being starstruck, trying to be a reporter, be as unbiased as possible. But when you're around the likes of Rizzo, Bryant, Schwarber, Ryne Sandberg, I was gushing in that interview, number one. Just because at the end of the day, we were standing in this room. We were with the Iowa Cubs. We're also in the room as well, and we were trying to get interviews. They were getting stuff for their opening day, and we were getting stuff for ours. And so we're just sitting back there. I'm just kind of basking, and you have all these legends, these Hall of Famers milling around, and we're just trying to grab them as we can. We grabbed Chris Bryant. He just finished an interview with 670, and so we grabbed him, threw a bunch of questions at him. I wasn't prepared. I'll be the first person to admit. I was like, okay, we got Chris Bryant. What are we going to ask him that people won't ask? Or he wouldn't expect to hear. So that's kind of why we went the direction with these interviews, most of these interviews anyway. Of course, with Ian Happ, we wanted a little more. He was a former South Bend Cub, now with the big league. And man, what a spring he's having so far, right?
It's incredible. He's putting himself right in the leadoff hole. I think it's going to end up being a platoon, but the spring that he's having, homering from both sides of the plate in one game, you just got to think that he's going to be there come opening day.
Well, yeah, he's fighting for that spot right now. Everyone is looking at him as a leadoff hitter. I think he's making a great leadoff hitter. When he was in South Bend, we saw him more in the 2-3 hole than when he was actually as a leadoff guy now. But it makes sense. Ian Happ makes sense to be a leadoff guy right now. And again, this is just after a handful of spring games, but the Cubs are doing really well in spring training so far, right, Brendan?
They really are. The pitching staff is coming along. I really like the look of the bullpen, how it's going to look this year. Yeah, you lose Wade Davis, but I think it's kind of a platoon team. You don't have, maybe your solidified closer is Brandon Morrow, but as the year goes along, like Darren and I talk about every week on Cubbie Corner, you're going to have to find the guys that are going to back them up.
Well, now you guys have been really calling the shots on Cubbie Corner. You talked about Ian Happ, you talked about the leadoff man. You guys are pretty much, I'm just kind of sliding in, filling in for Darren this week, but you guys have been nailing it on the head.
Well, we were really glad to have you on the Cubbie Corner this week, Chris, because there's a lot of great stuff happening here in South Bend as well. Tickets have gone on sale today for individual games. Talk about the excitement and what you're thinking for this year in terms of crowds and tickets.
Well, we always talk about to everybody, when you're trying to get a game, a ticket to a South Bend Cubs game, you've got to get them in advance. Those Friday, Saturday, Sunday games, they sell out, and so that's what people have been buying today. They've been buying those Friday, Saturday, and Sunday games. Some of our other ones that have gone really well. Star Wars night, of course, is always big. People are really interested in Harry Potter night as well. Those tickets have gone well today. And just, it's no surprise, the fans that we have that come out, they wait in line, whether it was snowing and cold, or a couple of years ago it was sunny and in the 50s. But it doesn't matter the weather. People are going to come out. They enjoy the time they have here in South Bend, and they want those tickets for the games they want. It's really tough to come out on a day of a game, especially if it's a Friday night, fireworks, and want a seat in the seating bowl. It's not going to happen. The stadium is beautiful. It looks better than it did 31 years ago. But the fact is that it is a smaller stadium, and so there's only so many seats. We try to incorporate as much lawn seating. We're trying to add seats here and there as possible, but really at this point we're almost at capacity for what we can do in the footprint that we have, around the 4 streets that surround the stadium, and really there's nowhere else to go but up.
Now, you're the director of media and promotions here at the South Bend Cubs. You talked a little bit about the promotions upcoming. What are you looking forward to on the promotion schedule?
I would say Harry Potter night I'm really looking forward to. Social media night is my favorite. It's a chance for us to really put out some of the craziest hashtags and get fan feedback on those days. Pride night is obviously an important one to me. That one we're really going to get in community involvement with and have we're going to have a great time. But really, anytime there's a fireworks night, I love those. And I think the community loves the flat screen giveaways. We always do why not? Flat screen TVs, you get a free one. Now, you don't get a free one.
That's okay.
I don't get a free one, but anybody else out there that's not a South Bend Cubs employee, they can get a free flat screen TV.
Well, April 7th cannot come soon enough. The West Michigan Whitecaps coming in season's going to be underway in less than 30 days.
And before you know it, we're going to be working 18-hour days trying to make sure we get all our graphics done. You know, Sean, who's behind the camera, he's been recording these Cubbie Corners, doing a lot of work for us behind the scenes. I know he's looking forward to getting opening day because before you know it, we'll actually be able to get some sleep.
We can't wait to get there. Chris Hagstrom, thanks for joining the Cubbie Corner this week. This is Brendan King. Have a good day.